What's going on, everyone? So let's have an honest talk, right? Because Kevin Durant is apparently available. The Phoenix Suns are fielding offers, fielding calls for Kevin Durant. Now, you're not going to be able to get Kevin Durant for Austin Reeves in a first. Like, it's likely not happening. I know we just got Luka. All things are possible. But realistically, you're probably going to have to trade the guy behind me in LeBron James. Now, LeBron supposedly wants to stay. He wants to stick around. Look, I've talked about it before. LeBron, he's not just here for basketball. He's here because of his family, right? His wife and his kids wanted LA, right? Even at the time in which he signed with the Lakers. Lakers were like one of the worst teams in the league. It made no sense, right? If he wanted multiple championships, there were other places at the time he could have went to in order to acquire that. Obviously, Lakers went and traded for Anthony Davis. We were able to get the 2020 championship. But LeBron, he's had multiple opportunities to leave since then, and he's stuck around. They just traded Anthony Davis. They got Luka. Luka is now the team. He is the future. He is the piece that the Lakers are going to make all their decisions now based around Luka. And that's the right choice, right? LeBron is 40, right? He has a couple years left, right? Yeah, he could probably play another 5, 6, 7 years, but he said himself he's probably not going to do that. Probably got, maybe 2 more years, somewhere in that range, where Luka you have for likely the next 10, right? Reports have already came out that Luka is expected to sign a new contract, that he would sign a 3-year deal through 2028, because after 2028, he'd be in the league for 10 years, and then he gets the 35% of the cap rather than, I think it's, what he'd get, 20 or something like that now. So basically, he'd make more money. So he'll probably sign the contract through 2028 and then go into free agency, but likely stick around with the Lakers if the Lakers are good and competitive. And that's why Lakers can't waste time. They need to try to win now, right? Nothing has changed as far as like winning now. Luka's not going to stick around just to be on a bad team, right? And have to carry the workload and do everything. He could have just done that in Dallas, right? Like, so again, you need to put the pieces that best fit Luka. There is a genuine question, concern, and redundancy with LeBron James and Luka Doncic, right? Now, LeBron has said for years he wants to play more off ball. That's why they went and got Dennis Schroeder, Russell Westbrook, right? Schroeder again, D'Angelo Russell, right? They've been trying to find a guy to pair with LeBron to where LeBron can play more off ball. He doesn't have to handle all the work duties, all the responsibilities, everything like that. But Luka is one of the most ball dominant players in history, right? He is the offense. He is the engine. He is the guy that, has the ball 99% of the time. And with that, how is him and LeBron going to mesh, right? Could it work perfectly? Possibly. Would anyone want to see LeBron and Luka, 2 of the greatest playoff performers ever, on the same team in a 7-game series? Absolutely not. Could you win a championship with LeBron and Luka? Absolutely. But there's also a chance that this doesn't work and that it's just you got 2 similar of players. You know who would work beautifully alongside Luka? Kevin Durant, right? Kevin Durant doesn't need the ball in his hands. He's arguably more of a threat off ball and can go get you 25 a night on 12 attempts, right? I mean, he's one of the most efficient scorers ever, right? If Luka is the guy, Luka is now the new direction of the franchise, right? Kevin Durant makes more sense alongside Luka for now. Obviously, Kevin Durant isn't a long-term answer. You're probably not having Kevin Durant for another 10 years, but as far as like right now goes, Kevin Durant makes more sense alongside Luka as like the duo you're moving forward with than LeBron and Luka, right? It's not about who's the better player. It's not about anything like that, right? I still would take LeBron over Kevin Durant if it was just like a matchup. But again, it's about fit. It's about, what you need, right? Kevin Durant, he's been the better defender, although LeBron can still lock down and do what he needs to do. But if Luka's going to be the engine, if Luka's going to be the guy, getting a guy like Kevin Durant to slot alongside Luka makes more sense than LeBron slotted alongside Luka. And now you just you have your 3. So you have Luka, got to go get a point of attack defensive guard. You have Kevin Durant. You can play Dorian Finney-Smith at the 4 for defensive purposes and then go get that center, right? Maybe you can even work it out to where you get all that stuff, because what is LeBron's value compared to Kevin Durant? Could you get more for LeBron than just Kevin Durant, right? Like, those are the kind of questions that you need to make. Now, I know LeBron has a no trade clause, right? Which means, that doesn't mean he can't be traded. I see a lot of comments that are like, LeBron has a no trade clause, so you can't trade him. No, that's not what that means. It just means he has control over where he goes and who's trading for him, right? Like, he can dictate the trades. He wants, more likely than not, he's probably going to want the Warriors if he were to be traded. If I was the Lakers, and this is just me, people might disagree, whatever. If I'm the Lakers, I'm going to LeBron and I'm having an honest conversation and I'm going, would you be open to being traded to the Warriors, right? The Warriors, or even just straight up to the Suns. I'd be like, would you be willing to trade to the Suns or the Warriors? And you work something out to where LeBron goes to one of those teams, right? It's close enough to home, especially the Warriors, close enough to home to where he could still travel. I mean, the guy's a billionaire. He could travel back and forth, see his family, do all that stuff. But can you work out a deal, convince LeBron to where ultimately you land Kevin Durant? I wouldn't want to trade LeBron just to trade him. Like, I don't think I would trade him just to the Warriors. I'd rather keep him and see if him and Luka could work. Right, like if you're trading LeBron James to the Warriors for, Jonathan Kuminga, Andrew Wiggins, Pod, and whatever else, like salary filler, I'd rather just keep LeBron, right? I'd rather not even entertain the conversation of trading LeBron. But if you can work it out to where, maybe it's like some massive deal or whatever, right? If you can work it out to where the Lakers end up landing Kevin Durant, and LeBron goes to the Suns or he goes to the Warriors, right? And however that configures, then I think it's a serious discussion, and I think it's something that really needs to be entertained, right? Again, I love LeBron. I have said numerous times, I believe he is the greatest player to ever play the game. But, again, you have a 25-year-old top 2 to 5 player in the league that you want to try to win championships with and around and build around and put the pieces around and try to contend. Kevin Durant just makes more sense slotted alongside Luka as that second option off ball where Luka can still do his thing. Luka can still be Luka Magic, but now you have that complementary co-star that doesn't need the ball in his hands, that can play off ball, that can go get you 25 plus a night, that can hit big shots down the stretch, that can win games, right? Luka and AD are a better duo pairing, more likely, right? Because we'll see if LeBron really does make the adjustment. But then, at least on surface, then LeBron and Luka, right? I think that is something that you should at least entertain. That is something that I think there is a genuine conversation to be had. I think that is something that if you can work out and you can, come this trade deadline, you kind of revamp the Lakers, and now you have Kevin Durant and Luka, which Kevin Durant you probably have for, I don't know, I mean, his style of play and the way he plays, he could probably play another 5 years, like honestly, right? He's, how old is he, 36, something like that? So say another 4 years, say he plays till he's 40, right? If he can maintain the level of efficiency, maintain the level of production, I mean, the guy, he's not like super reliant on his athleticism and all that. Like, he's a guy that's just can get to his spots, knock down shots. He's a guy that you can have on the basketball court that can just take over games. I don't hate the idea of turning LeBron into Kevin Durant, right? Is it something that all sides would entertain? That's the question. And, for the Suns team, LeBron makes more sense too, right? So, that's why I don't think, I think it's something that wouldn't be with the Warriors. I think you'd have to convince him, in my opinion, probably to the Suns, right? You, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal, right? Maybe they can turn Bradley Beal into Jimmy Butler, and then it's you, Devin Booker, and Jimmy Butler, right? Whatever. However you make the sale. Maybe you are getting Miami involved in whatever. Miami's getting a piece from us or whatever. I don't know. Who knows, right? Maybe they're getting the picks, and we're getting Kevin Durant and another piece, right? However it shapes up, however it works out. But I think that there is an argument to be made of for Phoenix, right? LeBron makes more sense as the guy who can operate, do the things, let Bradley Beal and Devin Booker be the scorers, let them be the bucket getters, while LeBron can kind of, he'll chip in his 20 and be that playmaker, be the guy that they need, right? And then they can slot in, point of attack guys, all that stuff, right? The Royce O'Neals of the world, because LeBron can operate as their point guard. So he can initiate, he can do all that stuff, and then he has the workhorses in Bradley Beal and Devin Booker to be those offensive weapons. I just think that makes sense I think there's a genuine argument if you're the Suns of adding LeBron James, not just that ticket sales, everything else, but do something like that. And then for the Lakers, again, you get the guy in Kevin Durant that just slots in and makes more sense alongside Luka Doncic, right? Problem is, would the Lakers even do that? Would the Lakers even approach LeBron about this type of trade, right? If LeBron doesn't want to leave, Lakers are probably not trading him. But I do think it's a conversation that should be had. I do think it's something that if you're Rob, you at least, hey, LeBron, where are you at? Do you want to stay? If LeBron says, I ain't going anywhere, I want to stay, no problems, right? We'll keep you. It's your world, squirrel, right? No problems. But if he's like, I wouldn't hate Phoenix, or can you send me to the Warriors, and you're working out some 3-team trade where Warriors are ending up landing LeBron, and somehow the Lakers end up landing KD, and they get pieces or whatever to put around Devin Booker and other guys, whatever. I don't know if Phoenix would do that. I don't know if Phoenix would be interested in that. But maybe they could, maybe get some assets and now go get Jimmy Butler, right? So maybe they could just keep stacking assets and turn those assets into Jimmy Butler, and now you have Jimmy Butler and Devin Booker. I don't know. I don't know to what extent these teams would cave, but I do think if you can get Kevin Durant, I do think it's something that if you're the Lakers, you got to at least entertain, personally. But let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Kind of mixed in the middle. Do you think no, you have to keep LeBron? Do you think no, Kevin Durant alongside Luka? Love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.